Welcome to World Rampage Vietnam series. Welcome to the first video of our Vietnam adventure. This video is all about Hanoi, but make sure you check out our other videos for all the rest of Vietnam.
Where are we going, Jesse? And then?
Vietnam.
Yeah. So the baggage drop here is all automatic. You're supposed to do it with these little kiosks on the side and then do it with the kiosks at the back. There's nothing but problems. As you can see, everybody here is lined up to see that lady at the front there to get their boarding passes.
So why have a self-check-in if they can't self-check-in?
Yeah, so it's all a bit backwards to us, but hey, we're through, we've got all that stuff done, so we're going to go out and we'll see you soon. Alright, we're finally through security. I got stopped on all three: X-ray, pat down and bag search. First time for everything. But we're through now and in the departures lounge. Perth International Airport would have to be one of the most boring airports I've ever been to. There is literally nothing to do here. Barely any food, barely any shops. It's pretty rubbish. So as you walk around here, all you see is tight eyes. It is 20 past 12. Flight leaves at 2 o'clock. We're in the security area. And yeah, I'm gonna go sit with my family. So that's it, all through immigration. It's very simple and straightforward like anywhere else, as long as you have all your documents in order. It links up with your passport, so yeah, you basically don't even need to carry the bit of paper. We only needed it in Perth Airport to get on the plane.
So you definitely need to pre-do your visa for Vietnam. Do not do visa on arrival because you may be denied. So make sure you do it before you go away, and then bring your paperwork with you when you check in for the first flight. They'll book that onto your passport, so then all you have to do is present your passport when you actually get into Vietnam.
Also, the visa on arrivals here can take hours. You'll be sitting in the airport for hours. And if you're a smoker, you know it's a bad idea. So yeah, make sure you get your documents done early. It's easy, it's simple, it's online.
You don't want to waste your time in a new country.
That's right. Okay, so just like most Southeast Asian airports, all the taxi drivers are sitting outside the airport waiting for you, or waiting to offer you a ride and that. Just be really careful with them, you know. A lot of them aren't metered or anything like that. So we booked through our hotel for a taxi. So pretty much when you walk out the door, they're holding a sign with your name on it. And then you just go up to them and then they give you a lift and you basically pay the hotel. It's the best chance of not getting ripped off and getting to your hotel safely. Not to say that it's unsafe or anything, but yeah, it's always good to just book through your hotel, then you just know you're going to get there in one piece.
Especially when it's a brand new country that you've never been to, like take the easy route when you first arrive so that you can see what's going on and, you know, understand it a little bit more before you start bartering and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it just makes it a lot easier on the first party holiday. Found our driver, so let's go.
As you leave the airport and head towards the city, the traffic gets more and more hectic. It's almost as if they're easing you into the mayhem that is Hanoi.
So we've booked motorbikes to ride from Phong Nha to Hoi An, yeah?
Nah, to Hoi An.
To Hoi An, but what we didn't realise until we got here that they drive on the right side of the road. So that's going to be interesting. yeah, we should be alright. I've done it in Germany, so yeah, but we didn't actually realise until we got here that drive on the sun.
Hello, welcome to Hanoi. Hope you enjoy the stay with us and welcome to our hotel for Insta.
First impressions of Hanoi, it's quite hectic. The traffic is really full on. I don't know whether it's because they're on the wrong side of the road or what it is, but yeah, it's quite crazy down around here. Jesse nearly got cleaned up by a moped. That was close. Because everyone's on the wrong side of the road to us, so you don't think to look right. But yeah, we'll check in and have a look at our room and show you guys. Not bad, good size. It's really good pineapple. I have no idea how much that cost me. It was 50,000 dong. Quite expensive.
You got ripped.
Oh, ripped. Alright, so we are at Outback Hue and we're about to try our first banh mi's for the trip. Sitting right on the street. You can see, get all the action. Jesse's chair suits him, but our chairs are a little small.
No, it's really big.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Banh mi is a great choice for your first meal in Vietnam. It's still Vietnamese, but also a little bit Western, so it's not a massive shock to your system. And it's delicious.
So we'd heard there's a lot, that each street sells a certain thing. This is obviously the sunglasses street.
We went down Zipper Street a moment ago.
Yeah, like, and literally this is all they sell, look. Every shop has sunglasses. Or
like
glasses of some sort. That's crazy. You should get your glasses going. So yeah, you literally look up what you want, go to that street and you can just shop around. Pretty cool. So this seems to be the central lake where everyone sort of hangs out. A lot of tourists here from all nationalities. It's quite pretty. I don't know if you can see the bridge. Yeah, look at that bridge. Absolutely beautiful. We'll go see if we can maybe walk across it. Have a look what's on the other side. I think it's a temple of some sort. Pagoda, they call them. God, there's big fish in this lake. But yeah, it seems to be the hot spot, the centre of town. Go in the entranceway for that bridge that I showed you earlier. But that's it. Oh yeah, there's the ticket booth. Pay our dues and get moving. So 30,000 Vietnamese dong per adult. Pretty cheap.
Kids under 15 are free, so that makes Jessie free, yay!
clothes, like Yana did.
This goes much over my shorts anyway.
Yeah, it's a little better. Show us your fancy new outfit. Flash, she's asking if you can keep it. You look like a purple coloured scientist. Oh, there's a cat. I have freshly had my rabies shot, so I can play all I want.
It says please no camera.
I know. So that section couldn't film, but it was beautiful. All like, you know, offerings and stuff like that, all stacked up, and yeah, it was really cool. Sorry I couldn't film it for you as well.
Thank you. You can put up your money and put in front of you because some people.
Vietnam has some of the best street food in the world. We also tried some new sweets while we were there too.
Alright, definitely be better with ice cream. Just why everyone's eating it with ice cream, but us.
Silly tourists.
So we're in one of these rickshaws getting a lift back to the hotel. Yeah, $10, 5-minute walk, but hey, gotta be tourists sometime. Everyone's getting a ride. Nice romantic time together.
So that is our first afternoon in Hanoi. It is full on, isn't it? It's really full on. It's definitely a sensory overload if you've never been to a Southeast Asian country before. Yeah, so we are back at our hotel. I think it's time to just chill. So first night in Vietnam, and you know, food street capital of Southeast Asia. And what are we eating? 2-minute noodles. We are just so tired that we just couldn't bring ourselves to go out again. So we have booked a food tour for tomorrow. Just decided to do it then. So then that way we can experience all the food in Hanoi and also see some sightseeing and stuff like that. Stick around for that.
Good morning, everybody. Day 2 of Hanoi. We're going down for breakfast. Oh, keen. Are you keen?
I am.
We all had about 10 hours of sleep last night. Thank God we needed it because we'd been up for like 38 hours or something ridiculous like that. And yeah, let's see what the day brings, eh?
We're going up, down, turn around, do the elevator dance.
So last night these streets were absolutely packed full of street vendors all selling their foods. There was like 2 restaurants just across the road there. Now it's full of motorbikes. It's amazing how much it's changed from night to day. Yeah, streets are still busy. It wasn't until about 3 AM that they calmed down. So you'll never struggle to find a coffee here. Nearly every third shop is a coffee shop.
My kind of place.
Yeah, so if you ever, when you're here and you're worried about getting coffees in the morning, they are everywhere. So Yana's just seen a dress in the shop, this one, and I said, go get it if you want it. She's like, no, it'll be expensive. I said, no, I bet you'd be only like $10. Go and have a look. So in she goes. She's gonna see if she wins this bet, how much this dress is going to cost.
2.7 million.
So she was right. Fair bit of construction here. I'd love to know what companies own it, because I'm pretty sure that the communism, it's all government based. You can't really own much here. So we're just having a stroll around the streets. We're looking for a street called Train Street, where the train drives through a bunch of cafe shops and stuff. So we're just walking along the train line. Oh, there's a military point up here. Don't know if I can film, but
We did get to Train Street, but you have to be there hours earlier to get into a cafe. So we managed to watch the train go by. Unfortunately, forgot to film it.
you can see this is absolutely hectic. Train just went past and everyone was stopped waiting for the train. And now the traffic is like full on going through. Everyone's squeezing. That's insane. So this is obviously the light district. As you can see, there's heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of lights all the way along. Yana's found herself a cute little hat helmet that has a ponytail.
It has a ponytail. I reckon. Doing it.
Doing it?
Yeah, let's do it.
So that helmet is literally $5. Well, it's not even that, it's about $4. And these ones up here, these good looking ones, 32 bucks. $3 for that helmet. You've got to be joking.
I'm happy.
$3. You can't go past that. You can't even get a hat for that price. Down a lot of these streets in the old quarter it's a very French theme. Now, I've never been to France, but I imagine this is what it looks like. So as you can see behind me, you know, all the shutters on the windows and the pastel coloured buildings. It's very pretty. Absolutely beautiful. So all the dogs that we've seen in Vietnam seem to be like a poodle breed. You can see them over there running around. They all literally are like poodle breed dogs. It's really weird. I haven't seen any like big dogs. They're all been very, very little dogs, which kind of makes sense. They're living in pretty cramped conditions, so having a big dog wouldn't really make sense in this place, but yeah, just poodles. So scrap the vlog that I did earlier about big dogs, because it turns out they do have big dogs. Hey buddy.
Friendly.
Seems like we're on Spice Street now. This street sells all the spices you can see everywhere. Spice, spice, spice. Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, there's Yana taking some pictures of some pretty buildings.
We are officially lost.
Officially lost, is that what you reckon?
Yes.
It's good. That's what you're supposed to do when you come to a new country. Get lost and explore. And our ride has arrived there. Alright, we're in our Jeep.
We did a Jeep tour in Hanoi, which included some food, some sightseeing, and it goes for about 4 hours.
Before we begin, I would like to introduce myself again. My name is Hui. I am your tour guide. I am yours next 4.5 hours.
The Jeep tour was a great way to see more of Hanoi and learn some history and culture.
Your hotel based on a quarter named Chicken Street. Yes.
That's why it's called Rooster Hotel.
Chicken Street. Because in the past, they sell chicken. Here we go.
Our first stop.
The restaurant name is O Butcher.
Oh Butcher. Buncha. Oh Buncha. Alright, Buncha. Let's check that a try. That Jeep is unreal, guys. So comfy in the back. That guy's really informative and he speaks really good English, as you can see. So yeah, we'll pick our seats and we'll see how we go, and yeah, we'll let you know how the food goes.
Bun Cha became famous after US President Obama ate it, and he enjoyed it. Wei taught us how to eat it properly too, which is not the way we would have eaten it.
In Vietnam, we have 3 parts of the countries: the north, the center, and the south. Each one of them represent different flavor in our food. In the north, we prefer the balance, so we have the garlic here. I highly recommend this garlic. The second option is chili. In the central Vietnam, people eat really spicy. This is the kim pat, which is sweeter than limes, because in the south, people eat really sweet. They always put sugar in their food.
Right, don't laugh at me. I'm no good at using chopsticks, so this is going to be interesting. Okay, so Bun Cha. I rate that 8 out of 10. Probably the best soupy noodles I've ever had. Let's give it an 8.5. So it was really good. I would eat that happily every day here. Heaps of flavour. The meat is just unreal. Yeah, it filled me right up, and I'm pretty sure it's fairly cheap too. I actually don't know the cost because this is all included in our Jeep tour, but yeah, highly recommend coming here. Our chariot has arrived. That bus nearly hit me with its mirror. It was so close to my head. It even has the sickle on the front. Thank you.
You remember the kim pat? They put a kim pat on top of it.
This sugarcane juice with kumquat juice in it. Let's give it a go. Yeah, 4 out of 10. It's not bad. Very sweet.
Pretty good.
It's alright. It's alright. Not my cup of tea.
All these kids here are now graduating high school, and they go out for a big day to take lots of photos together. How awesome do they look? When entering a temple or pagoda, it is customary to think your name and bow 3 times, asking for permission to come inside.
Hey!
Same show. Hello.
So that in the background there, that big apartment complex, massive, and it just sticks up in the middle of nowhere. It's huge. So yeah, it must, maybe that could be a slum housing district. I'm not too sure. But yeah. I would say it's more of that compact housing. 9 million people live in this city. million. There's only something like 20 million in the whole of Australia. 24 million in the whole of Australia. That's crazy. There's 9 million just in this city.
It was more.
It was more before the pandemic. I think it was like 13 million and all the people left because there was no tourism to keep them going. This guy's got a rolling garden. So this part is sticking the place of where they live. It's amazing. I just absolutely love the way they build their cities and the way that they live. It's just, yeah. And everyone lives together. You know, one house will have, 10 people living in it. Mum, dad, kids, their kids, all kids. There goes our trusty steed.
During the tour, we got to know Hui quite well and realised he was really passionate about bringing tourism to his little village up in the mountains. He ended up inviting us to dinner the following night with his grandparents and showing us the ideas he has for his village and the tourism he plans to bring there. After the Jeep tour is off to the night markets, which are held every weekend.
Alright, weekend night markets down here. Yeah, they pretty much close off the street so no one can drive in and out. Free to walk around. Starts at 7 o'clock and runs only on weekends. So there's a bit of something for everyone. So this street walking market goes on forever. I'm going to turn you around and show you down the street. It goes all the way down there. And all the way down there. So money changing's done at these gold shops. Just make sure you double count your cash every time. Just like I said in Bali. Always double count your cash, don't hand it back to them. These guys are really good. So this stuff is super frozen. All right, let's give it a try. Wow. That's awesome.
Make sure to hit subscribe and look out for our next one where Hui takes us to his village and we see some amazing sights.
I heard that that's a really good shop.